Hey guys, right here I have a 2015 Volvo XC60 2.4 all-wheel drive R-Design Lux Nav. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. You can manually activate the welcome lights just by pressing this button. As you can see, the side mirrors are currently folded out. Upon locking the car, the side mirrors will automatically fold in, and upon unlocking, the side mirrors will automatically fold out again. Also, if you press and hold on the unlock button, you are able to roll down all four windows simultaneously, and to roll them back up together, just press and hold on the lock button. To start, insert the key fob into the slot right here. Put your foot on the brake and press the start button right above the key slot. The XC60 comes with an electric rack and pinion power steering system. Standard on the R-Design Lux Nav trim is an R-Design leather-wrapped sports steering wheel. This steering wheel features sport grips at the 10, 2, 4 and 8 o'clock positions, perforated outer rim, smooth leather and white stitching for the inner rim, and R-Design badging on the bottom spoke. The D4 engine in the XC60 is available with 3 transmission choices. A 6-speed manual is standard on both the front-wheel drive and the all-wheel drive models. An 8-speed Geartronic automatic is optional on the front-wheel drive model, and a 6-speed Geartronic automatic, which is optional on the all-wheel drive model, has been specified with this particular XC60. While in drive, shifting the gear lever over to the left activates the manual shifting mode, where you push forward to upshift and pull back to downshift. Shifting into reverse activates the rear parking sensors and its diagram, which comes as standard on the R-Design Lux Nav trim. You can set through the vehicle settings to enable both the side mirrors, only the driver's side, or only the front passenger's side to tilt down to curb view upon engaging reverse. The base of the gear lever is covered in leather with white stitching, similar to what you would find on the steering wheel. Safety features on the XC60 R-Design Lux Nav includes 6 airbags, anti-lock braking system with electronic brake force distribution and brake assist, dynamic stability and traction control, hill descent control, whiplash protection system, side impact protection system, rollover protection system, city safety, roll stability control, adaptive brake lights, and alarm system with immobilizer, deadlocking, and ISOFIX child seat anchor points for the rear seats. This XC60 has also been specified with the driver support pack that features forward collision warning with full auto brake, pedestrian and cyclist detection, adaptive cruise control and distance alert, queue assist, lane departure warning, driver alert control, active high beam, road sign information display, and blind spot information system with cross traffic alert. Now, let's turn on the hazards, lights, rear fog lights, take a look at the engine, and roll down the driver's side window. R-Design Lux Nav variants gets 18-inch Ixion alloy rims with a matte black diamond cut finish as standard. The rims on this car are wrapped in Pirelli P0 Rosso 235/60 R18 tires. The brakes are ventilated discs in front and solid discs out back. The suspension comprises of front McPherson struts and a rear multi-link setup. Approach angle, departure angle, and breakover angle for the XC60 is 20 degrees, 27 degrees, and 22 degrees respectively. Following the success of the XC90 SUV, Volvo launched their second SUV, the XC60, at the 2008 Geneva Motor Show. Since then, the XC60 has become Volvo's best-selling model. The XC60 is based on the Volvo P3 platform, which is essentially the Ford EUCD platform that also underpins other cars like the second-generation Volvo S80, the third-generation Ford Mondeo, and the second-generation Land Rover Freelander. A facelift appeared in 2013 for the 2014 model year, featuring a revised front end, updated rear, and new interior materials, options, and trims. There are actually two different D4 engines in the XC60. Front-wheel drive models gets the new 2-litre turbo diesel inline 4, while all-wheel drive models gets the older 2.4-litre turbo diesel inline 5. Since the XC60 D4 that we have right here is the all-wheel drive model, the engine in this car displaces 2400 cubic centimeters and it features a dual overhead cams, 20 valves, turbo diesel inline 5 layout with common rail direct injection. This engine produces 178 horsepower at 4000 RPM and 420 Nm of torque between 1500 and 2500 RPM. With the 6-speed automatic, 0 to 62 miles per hour or 0 to 100 km per hour takes 10.2 seconds, and the top speed is 121 miles per hour or 195 km per hour. The fuel tank carries 70 litres of diesel, and the combined fuel consumption for the XC60 D4 all-wheel drive automatic is 44.1 miles per gallon or 6.4 litres per 100 kilometers. Carbon dioxide emissions is 169 grams per kilometer, and this XC60 is all-wheel drive. November 2008 saw the launch of the XC60 in the UK. At launch, 3 trim levels were available, the S, the SE, and the SE Lux. Engine choices at that time were the T6 3-litre turbo inline-6 petrol, the 2.4D 2.4-litre turbo diesel inline 5, and the D5 2.4-litre turbo diesel inline 5. Over the years, many new and improved engines made its way to the XC60's engine bay. The S trim was replaced by the ES trim as the base model, and the sporty R-Design trim was introduced. Currently, for the 2016 model year, the engine lineup comprises of only diesel engines, while trim levels are SE, SE Lux, R-Design, and R-Design Lux, with Nav tagged behind the trim level name if the car is equipped with navigation. A full list of current XC60 variants on sale in the UK is listed out in the description box below this video. Exterior features of the XC60 R-Design Lux Nav includes automatic auto-leveling adaptive by xenon projector headlights, automatic wipers, headlight washer system, cornering lights, LED daytime running lights, LED rear lights, rear fog lights, rear parking sensors, indicators on the side mirrors, body-colored door handles, rear spoiler, silver roof rails, chrome window trim, R-Design matte silver side mirrors, R-Design front grille with the R-Design logo, R-Design rear diffuser with twin exhaust pipes, and an R-Design sports chassis.
You do have your speaker down there together with some storage, and right here you do have your central locking buttons, your mirror controls, your window controls. All of them are fully automatic in both ways, and your window lock. To the right of the headlight switch, you have the button to release your fuel flap, as well as the button to operate your powered rear hatch. To the left, apart from your rear fog lights button, you do have the lever to adjust the level of the brightness of the interior. Down below, you do have your electronic parking brake. R-Design door sill for this side. And the driver's seat in this XC60 R-Design Lux Nav does get full powered adjustments, with all of your controls located right here. You do have 3% memory for the seat as well. Your power lumbar support is adjusted via the buttons down here. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how she revs. As mentioned earlier on, your electronic parking brake is located down here. It is currently engaged. To disengage it, put your foot on the brake and pull the lever out. To engage it, simply push the lever back in. This XC60 does have a dual zone automatic climate control system with all of your controls located down here. At first glance it may look complicated to some, but after getting to know the controls better, the climate control is actually quite simple to use. You do have your fan speed and automatic mode right here, different modes, front and rear defrost, air conditioning, recirculation, driver's side temperature, and your passenger side temperature. This XC60 is equipped with 3-stage heated seats for the driver and front passenger. The display for the climate control is shared with the infotainment display located right above. Right here you have the button to activate your downhill assist, and right here from left to right you do have your blind spot information system. This system uses sensors that are located within the bottom of each of the side mirrors in this car to detect objects that are around the vehicle's blind spots. Right here you do have your forward collision warning activation, your lane departure warning activation, as well as your parking sensors.
This XC60 has been specified with the Sensors Connect with High Performance Sound option that features a 7-inch color display, various media connectivity options, navigation, and 8 speakers for the sound system.
I must say, even though this is not the Harman Kardon sound system available for the XC60, the stock sound system still does sound quite good. The display right above is controlled using your set of controls down here. Mainly, you use this knob to go through the different menus on the screen, and the knob scrolls to the left, scrolls to the right, and you also do have your OK and menu button, as well as your exit and return button right above. To the left you do have your volume, power, and sound button. In the middle, your shortcut buttons for your radio, media, telephone, my car, internet, and navigation. You do have your C-track buttons and your Bluetooth telephone keypad. It also doubles up as your 10 customizable stations for the FM, AM, and DAB digital radio menus. Right above you do have your CD player. It is MP3 compatible. Right now we are in your Bluetooth audio streaming menu with your current song playing. You do have the artist, album, title. If you hit the OK button, you bring up your Bluetooth menu. You can play pause, shuffle, change the Bluetooth device, and set your favorite key button. Your favorite key is located down here, and you can set it to perform whatever function you want depending on which menu you're in. So if you're in your Bluetooth menu, you can set it to play pause or shuffle, or if you're in your navigation menu, you can set it to perhaps do something like make the navigation full screen and all that, which I'll show you what it does later, but for now let's continue with this part. Exit to go back to the previous menu. Exit once more to bring up your list of media options. You do have CD, USB, auxiliary, Bluetooth audio streaming, iPod connectivity, and your hard disk drive. Hit the exit button once more to go back to your main menu. And right here you do have your navigation, radio, media, phone, my car, and internet. Basically all the shortcut buttons on the center console, or dashboard if you will. Apart from media, under radio, you do have your FM, AM, and DAB digital radio menus, and under your these radio menus, you can perform a manual tuning search, look at your list of available radio stations in areas, so on and so forth. Under navigation, you do have your main maps. Hit the OK button to bring up your navigation menu, and right here you can set your destination, set an itinerary, your route options, your traffic information, and your navigation settings. And again, like I said, your favorite key options. Under set destination, you can enter an address, points of interest, stored locations, previous destinations, postcodes, latitude and longitude, and all that. You can even set a home address, so every time you want to go home, just hit the home button and the system will guide you home. Back to the maps, if you use the knob, you can zoom in and out. Under phone, we do have your Bluetooth telephone menu. You can enter a number, hit the OK button to bring up your phone menu. You can look at your call list, contacts, message notifications, and again, change your Bluetooth device. My car basically brings up your system settings, your vehicle information, and all that. Hit the OK button to bring up your menu. And under my XC60, you can turn off or turn on a few of the vehicle's safety features, such as your active bending lights, your electronic stability control, driver alert, city safety, collision warning, and all that. Your trip information, your driving data, your tire pressure monitoring system, your system settings with your vehicle settings, your locks, side mirrors, lights, speed, and all that, your driver support system settings, system options with your time, language, units, screensaver, your voice control settings, climate settings, internet settings, and your favorite key options. Your vehicle information with your VIN number and number of keys, and resetting the system back to factory settings. Your service and repair information, and your owner's manual. Right here you can search, look at the different categories, favorites, and your quick guide. Basically, you can learn about the car through this system instead of via the owner's handbook in the form of an actual book. And lastly, your internet. You can browse the internet right here, or rather browse the web right here, and download apps and all that. Within the display, on the top left you do have your time, and on the top right you do have your digital speedometer. Central locking, and as shown earlier, this car does have power folding mirrors. You do have your forward collision warning indicator right there. And on the steering wheel, the right spoke houses your audio controls with your seat track buttons, your volume buttons, voice control, and your exit button. This wheel, it brings up your list of available radio stations or your list of songs depending on which menu you are in. It can also bring up your navigation menu, your Bluetooth menu, and all that, depending on which menu you're in the display. And the wheel also clicks down to select that particular option. On the left spoke, you do have your adaptive cruise control buttons. On the right stalk, you do have your wiper controls, and to activate your automatic wipers, hit this button. On the left stalk, you do have your indicator controls, as well as your multi-information display controls. Use the OK button and this wheel right here to go through the different menus. This XC60 does have the TFT display, so it is reconfigurable as shown earlier on. Right now you do have the sport display, but if you use the wheel, you can go through the driving data down below. The driving data is split into three parts. You do have the one on the left, the one in the middle, and the one on the right. Right now you do have your instant fuel consumption, outside temperature to the left, your range and time to the right, and your mileage and trip to in the middle. Turning the trip meter off, and to the right you do have your digital speedometer. You can turn the two displays on the left and right off. And right now you do have your average fuel consumption, trip 1, and your average speed. And back to your instant fuel consumption, trip 2, and range. If you hit the OK button at the end of the indicator stalk, you can bring up your display settings with your themes, performance, eco, and elegance. Performance turns the instrument cluster red, eco turns it sort of like a turquoise color, and elegance turns the instrument cluster blue. The colors of the instrument cluster is also reflected in the central display. Your contrast mode or color mode, oil level, service status, resetting the trip computer, vehicle messages, and back to your themes. To the far left, you do have your fuel gauge, and to the far right, you do have your gear position. The steering wheel in this XC60 is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever down here. Like other modern Volvos, the center console in the XC60 is actually floating, so you do have a bit of storage right behind it. Cup holders and a power outlet. Center armrest with storage down below. You also do have your auxiliary and USB ports right in there. Frameless auto dimming rear view mirror, and you do have your interior lights right above. The driver's side sun visor does get a vanity mirror and lights. And the driver does get a grip handle. Alright. So I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. You do have your speaker down there, together with a bottle holder and some storage. And you do have your window control right up here. The rear seats in this XC60 do fold down. They split 60-40 when folding, and to fold them down, first make sure the headrests are all the way down. Then locate the levers on either sides of the headrests, pull it, the headrest flips down, and then just flip the seat back down. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is a bit of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. I do get about this much leg room and about this much headroom. It is actually quite comfortable back here. The seats are nice and soft. You do get storage pockets on the front seat backs. A power outlet down here. You do get a rear center armrest. With cup holders. And storage. You do get grip handles on the ceiling with hooks for both sides. Your rear interior lights right above. And you do get aircon vents for the rear, located on the B pillars. Electronic fuel flap. There are three ways to operate the powered rear hatch in the XC60. The first way is via the button inside the cabin that I showed you earlier on. The second way is via a touchpad just beneath the Volvo badge on the rear hatch itself. And the last way is via the button on the key fob.
The XC60 gets a 495-litre boot with the rear seat backs in place. Fold the rear seat backs down and remove the cargo cover to reveal 1,455 litres of space. There is a cargo separator that divides the boot into two, and on that separator there are hooks to hang items on. Underneath the boot floor you can find a storage area, and underneath this storage area is the vehicle's spare tyre, toolkit and jack. This XC60 is equipped with privacy glass for the rear windows and the rear windscreen. You do have adjustable headrests front and rear. You do have some storage down there together with your speaker and your window control right up here. You also do have a set of central locking buttons for this side. R-Design door sill on this side as well. And the front passenger seat does get full manual adjustments with power lumbar support adjusted via these two buttons right here. This knob down here controls your seat back. This lever controls your seat height. This lever controls your seat inclination. And this bar down here controls your seat position. You also do have a bit of storage right here. Lockable glove box. It is quite big. You do have a bit of storage right here as well. Grip handle for the front passenger. And the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror and lights as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2015 Volvo XC60 2.4 all-wheel drive R-Design Lux Nav. Thanks for watching and goodbye.